Alright, so as you guys have probably seen over the weekend, a lot has happened in the NHL. First things first, the Florida Panthers have been eliminated. They've been eliminated from playoff contention. After getting their dicks crushed, to put it lightly, they got smacked around by the Pittsburgh Penguins 9-4. And they failed to hit a three-peat. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in my time of watching the NHL, where a team that wins back-to-back Stanley Cups and also hit 3 Stanley Cup finals in a row failed to make the playoffs in the following season. The Panthers were riddled with injuries. Again, I mentioned that in my Florida Panthers video before, that they were riddled with injuries. Tkachuk was gone for half the season. Bobrovsky looked injured. Sam Bennett, he wasn't injured. Brad Marchand got injured at one point. But the straw that broke the camel's back is Sasha Barkov, or Alexander Barkov, out for the entire season. Who knows if he's going to be coming back? So I guess the question to ask is, what's next? What's next for the Florida Panthers? Well, obviously they need to retool, regroup. They got around 4 or 5 games left. I would sit your stars. Sit Marchand. Sit Bennett. Sit Reinhart. Sit Tkachuk. Let them all get healthy again, and ready for the next season, and start bringing up your prospects. Start bringing up players from the AHL to fill that void. However, Bobrovsky, what's going to happen with him at the end of the season? I heard rumors, again, take this with a grain of salt, he might retire. How much does Brad Marchand have left in the tank? He's old. He's an older player. Is the injury that Barkov took career-ending? We don't know. No one knows, but if that's the case where Marchand and Bobrovsky retire, they have to replace them. Who are they going to bring in? Who's going to replace a instigator like Brad Marchand? And Brad Marchand's a good player. I've seen him on Boston. Granted, I hated him on Boston because he's a agitator. That's his role. That's his play style. It's like Tom Wilson, Matthew Tkachuk, to name a few. Even Nazem Kadri was one. He was a agitator. But they gotta really look into that. Who knows if Paul Maurice is even coming back? He won 2 Stanley Cups. What more can he do? But again, like I said, who knows? They don't have to fully retool like another team, which I'll be talking about tomorrow. I know the Leafs got a lot of retooling to do. But sign their free agents. Whoever's a free agent, an unrestricted free agent, sign them for Florida. Hopefully, Alexander Barkov comes back. As I mentioned, sit your stars. Let them get healthy for the next season. So then they're ready for the 2026-27 season. You guys gotta really look at both Marchand and Bobrovsky in case they retire. Which again, Bobrovsky, he's done it all. He's won 2 Stanley Cups. He's won the Vezina, won so many awards. What's left for him? Brad Marchand, same thing. This is his second Stanley Cup. His second Stanley Cup. He won one with Boston, and then the other one with Florida last year. What's left for him? He's getting old. These players are not getting younger. I've mentioned that in the video before. But other than that, there's really not much I could say. Other than try to resign your free agents, set your stars, bring up some AHL players, even bring up some prospects and rookies. They're the same thing, but bring them in. Give them some NHL ice time. Now you never know. Trades. I don't even know about that. I don't even know who they should trade for, who they should get rid of, and who should they get. They are in the running for a top 10 pick, which is good. So draft high and hopefully develop him, and you got yourself a future star. Don't be like Toronto and trade it away. Trade a top 5 protected. Meaning anything below that goes to Boston. Like I said, I have a video on Toronto coming up tomorrow. I mentioned earlier this morning that I got 3 videos coming out today. This is the second of 3 videos, as I'm going to be talking about the Islanders next. But the Islanders videos is probably going to be a little bit short. It's going to be shorter because there's really not much I can say. Besides, I feel bad for you Islanders fans. I know there's a lot of Leaf fans that are happy and rejoicing that the Panthers aren't defending their Stanley Cup. And it's hard. Honestly, it is hard to do a three-peat. The last time an NHL team did a three-peat was the aforementioned Islanders back in the 80s. They actually hit 4 in a row. They got close to Montreal's 5 in a row, which that is also unprecedented. That's a record that cannot be beat. As of right now, it's unbeatable. Besides 24 Stanley Cups. But Florida, you're not alone. Look at your state brother with Tampa. They won 2 Stanley Cups, 2020 and 2021. 2022, they made it to the Cup final and lost to the Colorado Avalanche, who are literally the Undertaker of NHL, being 3-0 in the Stanley Cup final. Pittsburgh, there's another one. Pittsburgh, 2016, 2017, 2018. I'm sure JJ Lee, who's a TikToker I watch and follow, remembers this very well. What happened in 2018? Game 6, overtime. Kuznetsov ends their reign and sends them packing in the second round. Kuznetsov played for Washington that year. But again, it's difficult. It's not easy. Even Edmonton. Edmonton went back-to-back. Twice. They went back-to-back twice. They've won 4 Stanley Cups. Went back-to-back twice. Couldn't do a three-peat. And that's back in the 80s and early 90s. But every other team that has went back-to-back has yet to do a three-peat. That's not Florida's fault. That's not Tampa's fault. That's not even Pittsburgh's fault. It's just difficult. It is a record that cannot be beaten. Sorry, not a record. It's a feat that cannot be beaten. A record that will not be beaten. As of right now, there is no team that can win 5 straight Stanley Cups in a row. Montreal did it. And I believe I have the poster. My TV's blocking some of it. It looks like it could be from 56 to 60. From 1956 to 1960. And that was the last time Montreal... That was the first and only time that a team won 5 consecutive Stanley Cups. Montreal would then go to win in 65 and 66, 78 and 79. But again, I don't know. I can't really see from my TV. But they've won a lot of Stanley Cups, and their most impressive feat, besides 24, is 5 consecutive. But other than that, what else can you do? This isn't over for Florida. That's all I'm going to say. It's not over. They got a chance to do it again. If they feel like they're going to go for a rebuild, then Panthers fans don't expect to see them in the playoffs again. Not for a while. But I don't think they're going for the rebuild. I really don't. I don't think they're going for a rebuild. I think this was just a one-off. They will be back. As for Toronto, well, find out. This is Colin from Talking Puck signing out. Have a good one.